It's Two Dudes with Attitudes, a wrestling podcast with Ryan Enjoys Wrestling and your boy MWO. And it is our WWE Evolution predictions. Evolution part D, y'all. This is the second one. All women PLE. We got 7 matches to talk about. People are peed off about this card. It wasn't pushed enough. Triple H hates women. He's only doing it all PLE because he hates women. It's to make fun of women. He's probably laughing in the back with Vince. Women are dumb. That's the only reason.
The latest conspiracy theory is that he purposely sabotaged the build to this card so that he never has to do an Evolution women's pay-per-view ever again. I'm like, why did he do it in the first place then? You know what I mean? Like they did this because AEW had an event. So I don't understand, why would he sabotage it? Such a stupid argument.
I'm going to tell you this much, but before you hit the music, I can guarantee you that if you want to find out who said it, you can go at Suplex Media. Let's go.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
Tell me I'm wrong. The funny part is that out of all 4 of these events, I'm very excited and almost the most excited. I don't understand. Like, All In is the WrestleMania of AEW. I get it. But out of the 15 matches, I know I'm going to get flack for this from AEW fans, but there's probably like 4 that I'm truly excited for, right? That I'm like, but I'm really excited for them. But like all the rest, I'm fine with. But this card, I'm excited for about 4 as well. I think it's pretty evenly matched. I'm exciid. Whatever. I mean,
yeah, I think this card is stacked. We might get some returns.
This card is stacked. Trish Stratton. Now I just canceled us. Continue. Yeah. Now we know why he's supporting Evolution.
Yeah. But no, man, this card is like, I mean, you have legends coming back. You have a battle royal. You have some potential big time returns coming in.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we'll talk about it.
This card is going to be off the chains. I can't wait for it.
It is. Me too. All right, let's see your magical order. Mystical mad. Oh, you think you were just gonna throw it out the gate? All right.
I'm telling you, they're counter programming AEW, and AEW is gonna open up on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon with the women's casino gauntlet match, and the winner gets a future world title shot. So what's WWE gonna do? We're gonna open with the women's battle royal on our women's show, and the winner gets a future world title shot. So anything you can do, we can do better. That's how I'm thinking.
And this is in Paris, right? The country of the love.
Yep, they get a shot at Clash in Paris.
All right. Well, who do you got winning at Clash of Paris, and who do you got surprising us? Who's popping in, dude? Yeah,
I think we're going to get some good big time returns.
I agree.
I think we're potentially getting. I'm not going to say AJ Lee. I as much as I want her to come back, I don't think she is. I think she's done. She would have come back already. But I do think we get the return of Paige in this battle royal.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, I think we get Paige back, and I don't think she wins though. I think my winner is going to be Bianca Belair. I think we're going to get the return of Bianca.
Another one.
She's going to come back from her injury, and she's going to be cleared to wrestle, and she's going to win this battle royal and go on to Clash in Paris to fight for the women's championship.
I like it. I didn't even have Bianca on my bingo card for some reason. Obviously, we're getting Nikki Bella. She's going to go deep.
Yeah, she'll be
I 100% agree, Pages. After that, Chris Van Fleet, I made a TikTok about it. If you want to check it out, my _wrestling_opinion. But yeah, I posted that about, I think she is going to be, and I think she's going to get runner-up. I think she's going to have a hell of a thing, and I think she should go right into IC US title contention. Paige is that woman. I don't think we're going to get AJ Lee, but I think we're going to get a bunch of NXTers, obviously. They're already kind of in that. But I do think we're going to get more vets. I don't know who off the top of my bet, but I can picture Lita, since Trish is going to be there. I can, I feel like we're going to get...
I can see Michelle McCool.
Yeah. Here's what I want. and I know it's not going to happen. This is what I want to. This is the first time ever we're going to do a want and a what's going to happen prediction. But what I want is a first time career moment. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, surprises, enters, and wins. That would be if she shows up, I'll be happy. And I'm like 50-50 she shows up. No one's talking about it. I was going to post about it tomorrow. I really think she's going to surprise us and pop up. But my winner to eliminate Paige at the last is Stephanie Vaquer. I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to win this. I think Triple H loves Vaquer and Julia. I think she wins this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good pick. I like Stephanie Vaquer. I do like. I agree. We're going to get some legends returning, but I definitely think Paige is going to show out in this event.
Yeah, we might get Molly Holly, and we're going to get a bunch of random peeps. Watch
Beth Phoenix, whose husband's in AEW. Like, why not?
Yeah, right. You know who we should get? Santina.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
They have a partnership now. We need to get Santina.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. All right, what's your next prediction? Whoo! The tag team match we've all been waiting for. We got Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defending their titles against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Sol Ruca and Zaria versus the Kabuki Warriors. Who do you got?
I want to preface this by saying that I am really, so far, knock on wood, as of Friday, July 11th, 2025, I am really digging Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss as a tag team. I think they have potential. I think they have. I don't want this to be a short-term thing. I don't want Alexa Bliss anywhere near the Wyatt Six anymore. I think this can be a tag team that works, and it's bringing out some of the likable qualities of Charlotte Flair and everything. So I do like that tag team. But my prediction is that the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez retain the women's tag team titles. I think they're going to go on this little streak where Finn and JD are the tag team champions, Raquel and Roxanne are the tag team champions, and Dom is the IC title, and they're going to prove that they're better off without Liv Morgan, and they're going to show that Liv Morgan was the weak link that was holding them back, and they never reached their potential when she was leading the group. So I think the best case scenario is Judgment Day retains.
The funny part is I predicted that when Liv came in and Rhea was supposed to return. I literally predicted have them all have belts, have Rhea come back. They don't need her. It never happened. I do think it's going to happen with Liv as well, but I think we're going to get a different type of turn by that. I still think Liv and Dom are going babyface.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were hitting at that, and I think they're going to leave. I think that's what's going to – they're all going to turn on Dom when Liv gets back. But, yes, they have to keep the tag team. So, yes, Judgment Day retains. It has to happen. And I hope Flair and Bliss stick together, but I think this is building to them having a big old match, possibly at SummerSlam. I think it's going to be a quick return, but we'll see.
Speaking of Liv Morgan, going back to the women's battle royal, do you think there's a chance that she's working everybody and that she's not really as injured as she says? Apparently she had shoulder surgery, but could she come in and win the battle royal?
I would say yes, if only they didn't start the thing with Nikki Bella. And Nikki Bella even came in and said they had huge plans for them and for that match. It was going to be epic. So, I'm going to say no. I'm assuming epic meant the Bella Twins versus Raquel for the tag team titles. But nonetheless, no. But since they had that happen, I'm going to say no. But Triple H, man, if he's listening to this right now, he might just pull it out of his ass right now. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, what we got next? All right, the hottest match, triple threat to ever exist. We got one Lyra Valkyria versus the even getting hotter Bayley. I didn't think it was possible. And getting hotter Becky Lynch. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to watch this match without drinking nonstop water. But who do you got for the IC title, by the way, women's?
Yeah. This one's hard to predict because I think it could go any way. But I think Becky Lynch is going to retain somehow, some way. I don't know if Lyra and Bayley kind of screw each other out of the title and Becky Lynch takes advantage of it. I don't know if somebody comes out and attacks Lyra and Bayley. I don't really know how it happens, but I think Becky Lynch is somehow going to retain. And then going back to what you were saying about Paige going into the U.S. title territory, the IC title territory, I think we immediately begin Paige versus Becky Lynch at on the road to SummerSlam for the women's IC title.
Paige and Becky Lynch, sign me up. Yeah, I think this match is basically to start a feud between Bayley and Lyra. I think that's where we're going with it. Becky finds a way to cheat. She'll probably roll up Bayley. Maybe probably Bayley. I'm sure Lyra does something that costs Bayley, and Bayley rolls her up. And yep, Becky Lynch retains, as she should. Becky Lynch is freaking money, homie. All right, I think this match is exciting. I think this is the hardest one to predict, possibly. We got one Jacy Jayne versus Jordynne Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. Who do you got?
Yeah, this one's hard because I think Jordynne Grace needs a victory, and I think it would really behoove her to become NXT champion, women's champion. But at the same time, I don't want Jacy Jayne to be a transitional NXT champion. I think she's been in NXT a long time. I think she deserves to have at least a somewhat credible reign, a somewhat decent reign. So this one's hard, but I'm going to go that we're going to get a... On the other hand, WWE is going to want to try to win the weekend and be the most talked about thing come Monday morning. But besides, All In and Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event. So I think they're going to try to have a big moment. And I think this is one of those big moments. So I'm going to go Jordynne Grace wins the NXT Women's Championship off of Jacy Jayne. And I'm going to give you a hot take too, that there's a rumor out there that Blake Monroe is going to turn heel eventually and begin that heel character. I think it should be the other way around. I think Jordynne Grace should turn heel on Blake Monroe and do the opposite, where Jordynne Grace plays the role of Mariah May and Blake Monroe's playing the role of Toni Storm in their feud, and do the opposite. Because anything Blake Monroe does is going to be compared to her run in AEW. So if she goes heel, they're going to compare it to the Mariah May character. So I think she should stay babyface and Jordynne Grace becomes a heel.
I like it. I'm going to go I think Jacy Jayne's going to retain. And I think because of Blake, I think we're getting the turn already. I think we're going to, I don't think they want Blake to go for the title yet. They don't want Jordynne to have it, obviously, or she would have won it before. I think Jacy Jayne will get a couple more before she loses it to Blake Monroe. So yeah, I got Blake Monroe coming out, rooting her on, glamorizing, maybe spraying makeup in her face, hitting her, maybe kissing her. She likes to make out with chicks and me. So yeah, I'll whatever Blake Monroe. Yeah, so I got Jacy Jayne with Blake Monroe helping.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See, I think
that'll be a talking in the town. Yeah.
I think Jordynne Grace should win, and then Blake Monroe she turns on Blake Monroe, and Blake Monroe becomes like the lovable babyface going after the awful champion, and she finally gets her title shot sometime down the road too.
Yeah.
So
I'm for
either
that.
way, I don't think
I'm for that. Wrong. No, I'm good. Yeah. All right. This should be a banger. Actually, this might be the hardest matchup. That's what I'm saying. This Evolution card is dope, dude.
Yeah.
All right. We got Jade Cargill versus the Money in the Bank briefcase winner. Proceed with caution. Miss Owen Hart herself, Naomi. Who do you got?
Yeah, it's a no holds barred match as well. I'm going Jade Cargill. I think she somehow pulls out the victory. You can't have the Queen of the Ring lose right the month before SummerSlam unless there's some sort of shenanigans from like Nia Jax or some shenanigans from Tiffany Stratton or something like that. But I think Jade Cargill is going to get the win over Naomi.
I don't see how. Yeah, I know it makes sense for Naomi because she can't lose because she's the Money in the Bank briefcase winner. But you can't have Jade Cargill, even if cheating. She can't look weak before her title match. That makes zero sense. Yeah, I got Jade Cargill winning somehow. Yeah. Poor Naomi. All right, I think the most obvious match of the night, in my opinion, one Io Sky defending her. Let me get this straight. She's the women's title. She's the women's champion, and that is against Rhea Ripley. Fan favorite, but also the IWC most hated because they hate on people for no reason, even though they love her. Who do you got?
I think Rhea Ripley wins here. I think she gets her belt back. Io Sky was a great story when she beat Rhea on Monday Night Raw, right close to WrestleMania season. They had a great match with Bianca Belair in the triple threat at WrestleMania. But for some reason, she just hasn't. She's fantastic in the ring. She's great. Everything she does is gold. but Triple H hasn't booked her she hasn't defended the title since WrestleMania. And that was back in April. And here we are in middle of July. So it's been 3 months and she hasn't defended the title one time. I think that tells you everything you need to know about what they think of her as champion. Rhea Ripley's been booked in, a great match at Clash at Night of Champions with Raquel Rodriguez. It was probably match of the night in that street fight. So I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley getting her belt back and beginning her second reign as WWE Women's Champion.
Two main reasons why Rhea Ripley is winning, and I agree. We're like 100% right now, I think. Well, other than the Women's Battle Royal. Io Sky is probably the most unforgettable women's champion in recent memory. And that's sad because Io Sky's a star. She won it in great fashion and defended it at Mania. And basically, I forgot she was even the champion until of late.
Yeah, I forgot we had a second champion.
100%. And then on Raw, they went ahead and ran a promo video, a vignette or whatever, of the fact that Rhea Ripley is like 0-8 against Io Sky. She has never, ever defeated Io Sky. There is a 0% chance that WWE ran that video to have her lose yet again. Rhea Ripley wins, and Rhea Ripley wins easily. Sorry, IWC. Yeah. You can continue to hate her and call her Rhea Hogan for, I don't know.
That's whatever. What they do. Sammy Hogan, when he gets a win. Yeah, makes no sense. It's stupid.
At all. All right, and what Ryan thinks should be the main event, and it should be, by far the most gorgeous match to ever grace God's green earth. It is one Tiffany Stratton, hail to El Grande Americano, and one Trish Stratus. She came out on SmackDown tonight. You didn't see it yet, but she came out in a Your First Crush shirt. It was flipping awesome. She called herself the GOAT. Who do you got? She 100% is the GOAT.
Wait a second. Chad Gable is with Tiffany Stratton, because you said El Grande Americano. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to.
Gable is with her.
I didn't. I thought she was with Ludwig Kaiser, but
yeah. No, Chad Gable got taller all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's not El Grande Americano.
I like that he talked too, and he was like, you could hear Kaiser's accent like thicker than all thick. I was like, all right. I think it's funny, but anyway,
I do too. I think they should. I think when Chad Gable comes back, they should do the El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano feud.
Dude, they're gonna finally admit that they're both El Grande.
Yeah, or just like they don't admit it. They just like, Chad Gable shows up in the El Grande Americano costume and he's out in the match, but El Grande Americano, played by Ludwig Kaiser, thinks the match is for him, and they start feuding or something. I'd love to see that. Yeah,
they do like the Doink the Clown thing. That'd be cool. Like the hand, like
the little Spider-Man meme, like pointing at each other.
Oh, they can all point at each other. Yeah.
But anyway, back to the issue at hand here. But I'm gonna go Tiffany Stratton retains, and I actually think we get a cash in of Money in the Bank from Naomi. And I think Naomi, you said poor Naomi earlier, but a lot of times when the Money in the Bank winners cash in, they lose the match that they're in. It happened to Seth Rollins when he cashed in on Brock and Roman Reigns back at WrestleMania 31. He lost to Randy Orton in the night. It's happened several other times, but I think Naomi's going to cash in Money in the Bank and leave as the women's champion, and that's going to set up Jade Cargill versus Naomi at SummerSlam for the women's title. And then the reason why I picked Bianca Belair to win the women's battle royal is because I think Naomi retains the title at SummerSlam due to shenanigans. Jade Cargill thinks she deserves a rematch. The rematch is for Bianca, so it's going to be a triple threat: Bianca versus Jade versus Naomi for the women's title at Clash in Paris. So I just booked the whole summer for WWE.
I love it, and they won't even do it, but they should.
No, they probably won't. Yeah.
If I was a betting man, that scenario is what I would bet on. But I'm not a betting man. I don't bet with my heart. I bet with something else. And I'm betting on Trish Stratus, baby. And I'm going to go, you want going with that shocker? I'm going a whole different shocker. I think the whole world's going to be talking when we close off on Sunday with Stratus faction holding up that title. 8th time, I think. I'm telling you right now, Tiffany's in hot water. We're getting Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus versus Jade Cargill, and Naomi will interrupt in that match, and Trish will already be done with it. It's okay. I'm going with Trish Stratus closing out this show as the champ. The WWE Women's Champion, not the Women's Champion, the WWE Women's Champion.
Yeah, and you could do it. You could do my scenario in that way too. Naomi cashes in on Trish Stratus, you know, at SummerSlam and wins the belt that way, and then we still get Jade and Naomi and Bianca at Clash of Paris. So either way, it can still work out. But yeah, I like the bold pick of Trish Stratus, especially if Goldberg wins and Trish Stratus. The anti-WWE fans are going to be in full force on Monday night. I can't wait.
The thing is that Triple H loves to piss they don't think so. They think he listens to us. He makes decisions based off the IWC. He really, that 10%, he likes to piss us off. That's just
he
what
fired
he
our
does.
Truth, like knowing that it was going to piss him off. And brought him back. Yeah, no, come on, people.
My ass, yeah. But just imagine Monday Night Raw, Rhea Ripley, Trish Stratus, both in the ring face-to-face as champions. I mean, it's printing money, dog. Printing money, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But, all right.
I like
But if I was betting, I'd go your route. But I don't bet with my heart. All right, or my brain. All right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our Evolution prediction show. Like I said, going through that, I was more excited about that than the other 3 predictions we already did.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you haven't, if you're catching this one, you haven't checked it out. We did 3 other ones. We did Saturday Night's Main Event. We did Great American Bash. We did All In. Please check them out. Get those views up. Get everything up. We're trying out new things, trying to post more for you guys. Quicker videos, more videos. Maybe that's what you guys want. We've heard it. We try to go with it. So check that out. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, whatever you were doing. Tell your friends about us, however you are listening to us on your platforms. And if you want to check just me out, you can get me at my_wrestling_opinion on all your major platforms. I have officially hit 14,500 followers on TikTok. Thank you all if any of you are following me there. And make sure to try to get me to 20K. Road to 20K, brother. And with me, as always, as a man, if he would actually post, would be at 14,500 as well. That is...
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling. Go follow me on all the social media platforms as well. I promise I'm going to get back to posting. I know I said that 3 times this week in our other videos, but give me next week. Next week I will start off with a clean slate, and I'll get some videos out there with some post all-in content and post Evolution and pre-SummerSlam stuff. So we've got an exciting road ahead of us. But go follow me on all the social media platforms. Go follow us on TikTok at 2 Dudes with Attitudes, on X at 2 Dudes PC. We're on Instagram at 2 Dudes with Attitudes Podcast. And if you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, we appreciate all the love and support. Go leave us a 5-star rating and review. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. 2 Dudes with Attitudes. Like you said, we're going to start doing shorter videos and more videos throughout the week. So we're going to have a lot more content coming your way. So appreciate everyone's love and support. Go tell everyone about your favorite 2 Dudes on the internet.
2 Dudes Wolfpack. We out.
2 dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the 2 dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast, shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the 2 dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on time to...